This is a 5-star puzzle from today's Hindu. Let's get started. There is a 3-8 pair in this block and there is a 3-8 pair here, which blocks these two rows. So 3-8 pair goes in these two cells. So D4 and D5 takes 3-8. There is a 9 here in 5th column which blocks these two cells. So F6 takes 9. Now the remaining numbers are 5 and 7. So they go in E5 and F5. There is a 4 in first column and a 4 in third column which blocks these two columns. So H2 takes 4. There is a 2 in G row and a 2 in I row which blocks these two rows. So here H3 takes 2. There is a 6 in H row and a 6 in I row which blocks these two rows. There is a 6 here in the 8th column which blocks this cell. So 6 goes in G7. Now you have this 4 in H row blocking these three cells, and there is a 4 here in 8th column which blocks these two cells. So 4 goes in these two cells in I7 and I9. So this 4 blocks these two cells and this 4 in H row blocks these two cells. There is a 4 here in E row which blocks here. So G5 takes 4. This 6 this 4 in D row blocks here, this 4 in E row blocks here. There is a 4 in column 8 which blocks here. So F9 takes 4. You have this 6 blocking here, this 6 blocking here. So D9 takes 6. There is a 5 here in the 9th block which blocks these two cells. So in column 9, 5 can go in one of these two cells, but again you have a 5 here in C row which blocks this cell. So 5 goes in A9. There is a 7 here in A row and a 7 in B row which blocks these two cells. There is a 9 here which again blocks these two cells. So in column 4, 7 and 9 goes in one of these cells. So G4 takes 7, 9 and I4 takes 7, 9. So this here the 5 is blocking here, and there is a 5 here in I row which is blocking this cell. So 5 goes here. So in this block the missing numbers are 1 and 8. There is a 1 here which blocks this cell. So 8 goes here in I6 and 1 goes in H5. In column 5, there are 3 numbers missing, 3, 8 and 6. There is a 6 here in C row which blocks here. So 6 goes in B5 and 3, 8 pair goes here. So in column 6, the missing numbers are 2 and 7. There is a 7 here in A row. So A6 takes 2 and C6 takes 7. There is a 4 here in column 8 and 4 in column 9 which blocks these two columns, and there is a 4 here in H row which blocks here. So 4 goes in I7. There is a 5 here and a 7 here in H row which blocks here. So 5 and 7 blocks this cell. There is a 5, 7 in this block which blocks these two cells. So in column 7, these two cells take 5, 7 pair. Similarly, you have 1 and 2. blocking this cell. So 1 and 2 goes here. There is a 2 here in A row. So A7 takes 1 and B7 takes 2. Now in column 7, the only missing number is 3. So in this block, the missing numbers are 1 and 2. There is a 2 here in F row. So 2 blocks here. F8 takes 1 and E8 takes 2. This 3 here in H row blocks these 2 cells. So in column 8, 3 goes here. Now the only missing number in this block is 8. Coming down here, in column 8, the missing numbers are 7 and 8. There is 8 here in G row, so G8 takes 7 and H8 takes 8. Now the missing number in this block are 1 and 9. There is a 1 here in H row, so H9 takes 9 and I9 takes 1. So this 7 here cancels out the 7 here. So G4 is now 9 and I4 is 7. In G row, the only missing number is 1. In this block, missing numbers are 3 and 9. So let's mark I1 and I3 with 3, 9 pair. This 8 here in column 9 cancels out the 8 here. So C5 is now 3, D5 is 8 and D4 is 3. Now the missing numbers in this block are 1 and 8. There is a 1 blocking in A row, so A4 takes 8 and B4 takes 1. In A row, the missing numbers are 3 and 6. There is 1 and 2 in this B row, which blocks these 3 cells. So 1 and 2 goes here. There is a 2 here in third column. So C3 takes 1 and C2 takes 2. You have 8 in first column and 8 in second column, which blocks these 2 cells. So 8 goes here in B3. Now these 2 cells miss 5 and 9. So 5, 9 goes in these 2 cells. In E row, the missing numbers are 1 and 9. There is a 1 here. So E3 takes 9 and E2 takes 1. So this 9 cancels out the 9 here. So I3 becomes 3 and I1 becomes 9. So this B1 becomes 5 now and B2 becomes 9 and A3 becomes 6 and A1 becomes 3. In column 3, the only missing number is 7. In column 2, the only missing number is 5. In column 1, the missing numbers are 2 and 6. There is a 2 here, so F1 takes 6 and D1 takes 2. Now F5 becomes 5, E5 is 7, E7 is 5 and D7 is 7, and the puzzle is solved.